In just a few months, Iowans across the state will receive thousands of taxpayer dollars to pay for private school education.
KCCI Chief Political Reporter Amanda Rooker is here with information just into the newsroom this afternoon about how parents can get that money and, Amanda, who's making sure it's spent correctly.
Eric, Stacy, this is the first time since the governor signed this law in January. We're learning how much money the state is going to pay Odyssey, a private company that's going to oversee Iowa's new private school scholarship program. Payment to Odyssey is on a fixed fee basis. They'll receive over $500,000 of taxpayer dollars for the first year that this program's in place. After that, the annual cost bumps up to roughly $730,000 each year. Now that's on top of the hundreds of millions of dollars the state is expected to spend to help some Iowans pay private school tuition.
In just a few weeks, Iowa families can request state money to pay for their child's private school tuition. That application opens online on May 31st. Parents have until June 30th to apply. Governor Reynolds released those new details last week as the state works to finalize the new program.
We feel good about where we're at, but we're going to continue to really keep an eye on it. I know a lot of other states are watching what we're doing, and it's imperative that we do it right.
Each approved student will first receive roughly $3,800 to pay private school tuition and other expenses next fall semester. That money will be deposited into their own education savings account no later than 30 days after applying. Each student will receive another $3,800 for the spring 2024 semester. Odyssey, a private company hired by the state, will verify that money is only available to students enrolled full-time at an accredited non-public school.
We have a pretty good system in place. I feel very confident about that. That will allow us to monitor the expenditures, make sure that they're being utilized in a proper manner.
The governor's office tells KCCI that funds will be deposited into a family's education savings account through the Odyssey system. Parents will make payments from their account directly to the accredited non-public school where their kids are enrolled. Through their online system, Odyssey will verify that state money is only spent on tuition and other approved expenses like textbooks, tutoring, and standardized test fees. Families cannot use the money for any reimbursements, including private school application fees. The state will use automated and manual checks to verify residency, income, and enrollment at an accredited non-public school. And Reynolds says her office will stay in close contact with schools across Iowa.
It's a small state. We'll be able to see which schools are doing what and how it's being ran and operated and how it's being launched.
And looking at this application process, any public school student that wants to switch to private school is eligible regardless of income. Also, current private school students that meet income limits are also eligible. You can find those limits and more information about the application process online at educateiowa.gov. Eric.